Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Michaela. I'm super excited for today's video because it's been a while since I was able to show you some of the pages I added in my personal bullet journal. So let's just jump right into this video. So for the supplies today, I will be using my pointed pen along with my Sumi ink. I also have a few watercolors and a paintbrush and a few markers. For those of you that don't know, my husband and I moved into our house about a year and a half ago. So we've just been focusing on like remodeling some things, redecorating, DIY projects, painting, things like that. And so I wanted to use my personal bullet journal to kind of do mood boards for those different rooms that we're doing, as well as like just tracking where we're getting stuff, what we need, supplies, how much we need, all that kind of stuff. And today I will be focusing on the kitchen page, specifically the Backsplash, which we will be installing ourselves with the help of my cousin, who is an actual professional, because I don't know if we could do it by ourselves. The two sizes that we are trying to decide between is the 2x6 versus the 4x4. And we looked at a few companies. We looked at Riyadh Tile, Zia Tile, and we looked at some Etsy shops. I think I also looked at a few other Instagram shops. And then of course we want to focus on the colors that we want to get, as well as the pattern on how we lay the tile. I definitely didn't want to go with a geometric pattern since, again, I was planning to completely do this by myself without my cousin's help. And I knew that that was just not going to be easy to lay that down. I wanted something that was super minimal and straightforward and easy for us to do. So I think these are the things we're kind of looking at here. I also printed out and cut out a few inspiration pictures, and my printer wasn't on the right settings when I printed this out, so the colors are not the best, so I'll be sure to put them on the screen. But these pictures are from the Riyadh Tiles Instagram page and the Zia Tile Instagram page. When I saw these photos, I absolutely fell in love with the color, the organic shape that these had, like how they don't necessarily fit perfectly since each tile is made by hand. I fell in love with every single piece of it. And so this is the direction I think that we're mostly leaning towards. I'm leaning towards the 4x4 over the 2x6. I think that looks a little bit better in my personal opinion. Okay, now that we have everything laid out, and because I'm a super visual person, as you guys can probably tell, I'm going to start painting out what I hope this is going to look like once the backsplash is actually laid. And so I'm just mixing up some watercolors. I'm mixing up the brown for our cabinets. Our cabinets are like a brownish gray, not quite black color, so it's a really hard color to mix, but this is the closest that I could get. I will also be using these pearlescent watercolors to paint the vent hood, a silver color to kind of make it stand out a little bit more from the actual tile on the backsplash, since we're going with the gray. I don't really even know if you can tell this is supposed to be like a shiny silver, but hey, it is what it is. Next up is to paint the backsplash. Now this part was really tricky because it was really hard to mix the colors to get them exactly how I really wanted them to look. And because like each tile is handmade, you never know what you're going to get when you place it down. So I'm trying to mix up the different pattern of the different colors that I'm mixing here. The colors were the hardest to get and to try to match. These look a lot more gray than I think they will end up looking. I think it's more of like a super light gray, almost brownish tan color. I I also wanted to do kind of like a pop out bubble to paint what the tile looks like close up and to kind of see more of the detail just kind of close up. Here I'm trying to paint the countertops, which is kind of dumb because our countertops are white with like these gray little sparkly crystals in them, and so it's not really easy to see. I try to add a little bit of tan to make it obvious, but I'm gonna go over it with the marker to try to bring out some of that detail. And lastly, I'm just going to add the details into the cabinets, the backsplash, and the countertops with this marker here. So I took this marker and I drew the stovetop on the countertop, and I also drew out where the outlet covers are located in the backsplash. I left those white for now because I don't know if we're going to leave those white, change those out for a different color. I also didn't add any hardware to the cabinets because right now they're silver, but I'm also not necessarily opposed to changing them to a different color, and maybe we can match the outlets to the hardware. I don't know, these are things that will definitely happen in the future, but for sure once the backsplash goes up, I feel like we'll have a better picture of what we should do. Here's the final look of the mood board we set up today, as well as a mock-up of the kitchen. Be sure to stay tuned for that video. Once we install the backsplash, we will have that video out soon. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.